In the intricate dance of global commerce, tariffs are a tool used by governments to influence the flow of goods across borders. They act as a tax on imported products, making them more expensive for consumers. Governments use tariffs to protect domestic industries. But tariffs can lead to unintended consequences, like higher costs for businesses and consumers. They can also spark trade wars, disrupting global supply chains and economic growth. Understanding tariffs is crucial in today's interconnected world. Amazon, the e-commerce behemoth, is reportedly considering a bold move, displaying the cost of tariffs directly to customers. Proponents argue that transparency empowers consumers to make informed purchasing decisions. However, critics fear that this transparency could backfire, potentially harming both Amazon and its customers. They argue that displaying tariff costs could create confusion and erode consumer trust. The move could also put Amazon in a difficult position politically, potentially alienating policymakers who support tariffs. Furthermore, some experts believe that this move could inadvertently benefit Amazon's competitors. By highlighting the cost of tariffs on imported goods, Amazon might drive consumers towards domestically produced alternatives. Amazon's potential move to display tariff costs is a gamble with uncertain outcomes. It remains to be seen whether Amazon will follow through with this bold idea and what the long-term consequences will be. The potential for Amazon to pass on tariff costs directly to consumers has ignited a heated debate about its impact on prices. Some analysts predict that such a move would lead to a noticeable increase in the cost of goods, particularly for items heavily reliant on imported components. However, other experts argue that the impact on prices might be less severe than anticipated. They point to Amazon's massive scale and logistical prowess, suggesting that the company might absorb some of the increased costs. Additionally, the increased transparency could incentivize manufacturers to mitigate the impact of tariffs. The ultimate impact on prices will likely depend on a complex interplay of factors, including the specific tariffs in place and the competitive landscape. If Amazon proceeds with this strategy, it will need to carefully consider the potential consequences for its pricing strategy and its relationships with consumers. The economic implications of Amazon's potential move extend far beyond its online marketplace. Increased prices could dampen consumer spending, a key driver of economic growth. This could lead to a slowdown in manufacturing and job losses. Furthermore, it could exacerbate existing trade tensions. If other retailers follow, it could pressure the White House to reconsider tariff policies. However, some experts offer a more optimistic outlook. They argue that increased transparency could lead to greater efficiency and innovation. By confronting the true cost of tariffs, businesses might reduce reliance on imports. The economic fallout of Amazon's potential decision is shrouded in uncertainty. Amazon's potential move to display tariff costs has thrust the issue of tariffs into the heart of the political arena. Critics of the current administration's trade policies argue that this move is a direct result of what they see as reckless and harmful tariffs. The White House, on the other hand, maintains that its tariff policies are designed to protect American jobs and interests. The potential for Amazon to further highlight the cost of these tariffs puts the White House in a difficult position. The public and press are closely watching how the White House responds to this potential move by Amazon. Some commentators believe that the administration may face pressure to reconsider its tariff policies. Others predict that the White House will double down on its current approach. The political implications of Amazon's potential decision are far-reaching and complex. The potential for Amazon to display tariff costs directly to consumers is a complex issue with far-reaching economic and political implications. While the company's motives remain unclear, the move has ignited a debate about the true cost of tariffs and their impact on businesses and consumers. If implemented, this decision could lead to higher prices, impact consumer spending, and exacerbate trade tensions. This situation highlights the interconnectedness of the global economy and the challenges of navigating international trade in an increasingly complex world. This is Godz videos that will blow your mind.